Alrighty, it says we're live.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Hold on a second, Crazy B, because I do not have. Hold on a minute. There we go. All right. I don't have the stream up.
Oh, I gotta share it to you. 1 second. I'm just making sure everything's connected properly. I apologize. Let me share my screen for you. It's been one of those days.
Yes, it has.
I swear it's been one of those days. Absolutely wild insanity. Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
I got the call from my rheumatologist. So, of course, blood work.
Hold up a second. Hold up. You're moving too fast on chit chat. Good evening, everybody. Today is Thursday, March 5th, 2026. At 7:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties and don't know why, but we think we got things sorted out. And with that being said, have at it, Crazy B.
It's been a wild day. My rheumatologist called. They said my blood work is inconclusive on elevated inflammatory markers, partially positive for quite a few autoimmune disorders, not others. Others were complete negatives.
Some of the partially
And I'll explain it later. And my white blood cell count was up, so they're going to keep an eye on me going forward. And they sent me a link to a dermatologist that takes my insurance, supposedly.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, a lot going on, and like insanity levels going on. And finally, my glasses are going to be here. They're in Ohio. They'll be here in a few days. About the time, I was literally just complaining. I was literally like, I'm going to need a new prescription by the time these ones come in. And then I went and checked for an update, and it's in Ohio, and it was in Ohio the whole time. So,
wow.
Okay.
That's interesting. I've never had an issue with them going to we're to Timbuktu and back.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, Brent. We have a Brent in the chat.
We do. Hi, Brent. How you doing? Well, I've already talked to you about everything that's going on, and it's not good. And wow.
Mm-hmm. My mic is really muffled. Okay, let me change it over on the studio 1 second. Luckily, I can do this while we're live. Hold on. There it is. I'm not going to sound nearly as beautiful. Not that I ever did in the first place, but that should be better. Hopefully, so muffled. Sorry, go ahead.
So, as we talked, we'll see. Things aren't good in the neighborhood. And we're cleared, though, for surgery next week. So
that's good.
At least that'll get done. Wow. Unless they decide that they're not going to let me. We'll see what happens.
The surgeon will have the final say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, folks, I'm eating.
So am I. I've been asleep since we got home at, what time did I call you? 4 o'clock, something like that?
No, earlier, because Danny was home from work. Last time you called me, it was, hold on, I gotta get past all the links.
Maybe we got done at 4 o'clock.
It was at 2:24.
We got done at 4 o'clock.
Your time. Yeah.
Yeah, we got done at 4 my time.
Mm-hmm.
After I had to change things up. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to need all the prayers.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And we have an Art in there, too. Hope all goes well.
Thank you, Art.
We're crazy weeks, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Combination of good things and bad things all at once.
Yeah, I'd been hoping to talk to Crazy B about next week some ideas I had, but well, we were sleeping until what 6:53, I think, when I finally came to. Luckily,
Mm-hmm. I was about to call you.
I know you were. I think that's what woke me up. I had the alarm set, but it's
The
not
psychic
ringing. It's not.
intuition.
Yeah, it's not doing its thing on the new phone. I think that's because I haven't reset the old phone yet.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things that need to be fixed yet, and I'm not ready to get to do a factory reset on it. So I think that's why the alarm isn't ringing, because I
Mm-hmm.
told you we'd talk at 6:40, and I just woke up to like this funny, you know how you wake up and you're like, oh, I don't know. You were sending waves, girl. You were sending waves.
Well, I was kind of rushing too because not rushing like the country. I was rushing because
Rushing.
after you and I hung up earlier, Danny decided we needed to go get the oil change, get a car wash, hit Walmart, get a few things we needed for around the house, grab Subway, and come back.
Well, we were going to go to dinner at a nice restaurant, but Eric took one look at me and said, you need to go to bed. So we stopped at Wendy's. Do you want to know how much money we spent at Wendy's?
Probably about 15 each,
How much?
$15 a person.
$41.
$20 for the two of you?
Yes, ma'am.
$20
Now,
each. Wow.
in defense, we did get, I guess, both lunch and somewhat of a dinner because I'm having chili right now. I got a
Mm.
salad, the chicken salad, what else? A baked potato and chili.
I got a foot long veggie with everything except jalapenos and tomatoes,
Yeah.
raspberry vinaigrette dressing on it, and then a raspberry cheesecake cookie.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. He said to me, I should have let you go. We could have went to the steak place and got steaks for the $41 that we spent. He
And that
said you could
actually
have
is
just
more than what we paid. Went to Subway, everyone got a sandwich and a cookie, and I think me and Deanie were the only ones to get footlongs, and it came to
yeah.
$38.
Well, I think what they did is they have that new sandwich, and he got two of the sandwiches with fries, and instead of them giving it to him as a meal, I think they separated everything.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. And we're battling. Oh yeah, but the one part I will say is we're battling the two infections, and we are going to live on the wild side. So unless I would go in and get IV antibiotics, there's one antibiotic that would kill both
Mm-hmm.
infections. I have two cooking at the same time. However, I'm allergic to it. So
Keep
we're going to do
Benadryl around.
Yeah, we're going to Benadryl ourselves to death. That's probably why I'm comatose. We're going to Benadryl ourselves up for the next 7 days. And if there's any signs of,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Keep an
what's
eye
the
out for
word?
hives, rashing,
Thank
shortness
you.
of
Hive,
breath,
rat.
difficulty breathing, swelling of the
Yep,
throat, tongue, mouth.
yep,
The usual.
the usual. And then if that happens, we'll just stop and, if necessary, go to the ER. But I don't want to be stuck in the hospital. I don't want to be stuck going back there for 5 days in a row like I did last time. Although it
Mm-hmm.
was cool to ride in those Teslas. There was that.
Yeah,
Uh,
but if you have to go, then you gotta go. But if not,
I
don't
know.
worry.
Yeah, I know. If we have to reschedule it, we'll reschedule it. But
Mm-hmm.
so we won't know until Monday, guys, what we're going to do for next week. We're sure we won't be on Wednesday. Uh, and then we'll see what we're going to do rest of the week. But I'll talk to Crazy B afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Since we're indecisive and we wait till the last minute, both
No,
of us.
Mhm.
We like to live on the wild side and just be random and decide at the last minute. I swear it's the best way to
Mhm.
live. Or you forgot you
It
were
is.
going to do, and then you got to remember your money finally came on.
Yep.
Oh, you butthead! After we just went and paid all
I
this,
know, right?
you've been sitting on that money for
I
hours.
have not. I have not. I would have got paid like an hour ago.
Uh,
I just got the notification.
all right. We're live. I'm going back to the podcast. We've been harassing him since last night because he didn't get his check. We kept saying he's
Mhm.
lying and he's sitting on it, waiting for us to
So
pay
should I
everything.
spend 200 of it on a Dreamcast?
No, you should not spend 200 on a Dreamcast.
A one-time purchase, mother.
Oh my God! After the podcast, we'll talk about it.
He
Oh my
wants to
God!
spend $200 on what?
Dreamcast, the old gaming system.
Because like we have the games for it,
Art,
and just not the system.
What?
Art just reminded me. You know what? When we were supposed to stop at the liquor store. Shit, I forgot all about that.
Huh?
It was right. It's down behind the mall. It's a little ways to go. Oh, I'll have to have him stop. That's right.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And Art, we're all in the same boat of agreeing that hospitals suck. Doctors, I barely tolerate them. I have 2 or 3 specialists that I see that are really top notch. The rest of the doctors I really don't like because they're pretty
Oh,
much useless.
yeah. That reminds me. I told you the nurse practitioner we see.
Hmm.
She's leaving next week on my surgery date.
With good reason, though.
Yes. And the other girl that's there, the nurse practitioner, she's pregnant. She's due in May. So I scheduled our appointments, our follow up April, May. And then I'm stuck with dippity doos the whole time. I,
Time to break them in and what they need to actually do as a provider.
uh, I don't want to break them in.
I know.
You
I
realize,
gotta do it. I got to do it coming up. I got a dermatologist. I'm going to be spending so much damn time in Louisville. I swear we need to just get an apartment for the days that we're out there.
mm-hmm,
It is
yep,
just insane how much we're going to be having to go out there now because none of the dermatologists in my area take my insurance. We're talking 2-hour drive one way each time.
that's crazy.
It's the only way I get to see a doctor, and that's if traffic is smooth. If there's traffic problems, it could be up to 4 hours. Oh, God. But you
And
know,
see,
it was
my
this
luck
bad when I
would
was
be,
younger, too.
my luck would be we would factor in that 4 hour time, right? And say, oh, yeah, there's traffic, blah, blah, blah. We'd
Hmm.
get on the highway, there'd be no traffic, and we'd get to Louisville two
That's what
hours
happened to
ahead of
me last time. I got there an hour early last time. That was with thick ass fog and
yeah.
accidents and detours. Hmm.
And then what do you do with yourself? Twiddle your thumbs for 2 hours?
Oh, I sat there in the lobby, filled out the paperwork, and they're like, okay, we'll get you in as soon as there's an opening because you're here early. Don't worry, take it easy. And here's an extra parking pass.
Oh, well, that was good. We
I
don't
don't
get
mind being there early.
consider yourself lucky. We don't get parking passes.
Oh, they take so much off of your parking fee. For like however long you've been there, they basically
Mhm.
make it to where the patient is free.
There are
So,
some places that do in the bigger places, but other places do not.
oh well, this is University of Louisville, so I mean, it is a
Okay.
big place and really good doctors there, though. I really do like the doctor I have, even despite the
Uh-huh.
Google reviews saying he was a horrible doctor. That is not what my experience was. He was amazing.
Maybe the reviews
That's
caused him to
good.
be a better doctor.
No, I think he was a better doctor. It was just a bad patient with a bad attitude.
A dingus.
Yes, a
Yeah, it's
dingus.
easy. Yeah, it's easy for people to write those reviews.
Hmm. They don't like that the doctor wouldn't just drop him on some kind of pain medicine or something. So, yeah, FNG, this fucking new guy. only one primary care got the acronym U.S. Army Doc Retired. I worked with two Army doctors when I was in medicine. God, they're fun. FNG, yes. Oh, gotta love it.
I'm not up for that. I don't have the time or the patience.
Oh, you've got the time, you don't have the patience.
But patience is a virtue, Mother. And I thought all old people had it.
No, not all old people have patience. Have you seen your father?
I've seen you.
I'm gonna throw something at him.
See? No patience.
That's not patience, that's annoyance. You're annoying me. There's a difference.
Uh-oh, the truth is
I
coming out.
was patient for 21 years. You're still alive, aren't you? About to be 22 in a couple days.
I'm not alive.
I think I'm beyond patient. I raised you and your sister and a couple of your cousins. So,
That's my dad.
yeah, and your dad. So I think I've got abundance of patience and I should be there with the saints.
Oh my
I deserve
Lord! I think
sainthood for dealing with this.
I'm telling you, give that kid a mic and let's turn to change
Him
the
to jump
whole.
into the mic. I want him to join, but he will not jump on a mic and join us.
It's funnier that way.
He says it's fun that way when he chimes in from across the room. But they can't hear you well. Come
That's
closer
the
to say it.
point.
Come closer to say it.
No.
Can't get him. I
Oh,
tried.
no, we can hear him. That's what's
Oh,
funny.
you guys can hear him? Oh, they can hear
Yeah,
you
we
really
can.
good.
Oh no.
Oh, great. Yes. See, Brent and others have been trying to get him to join the Discord
No.
because they find him so fun.
That's gay.
And he says, no, it's gay, and then runs off.
I'm not running away.
Well, you usually run off. Now you're just sitting there because, well, but yeah, he needs to join the conversation. I think he would be great for this because his political opinions are really funny.
No.
Mm-hmm.
There are many uses of the cane or crutch. Reach out and touch him. I used to go for that.
Whoa.
No,
Why would you
Chase.
say
no. I used to go for that pressure point right above the knee, right where the thigh meets the knee. There's a nice, good pressure point. I'd just squeeze it enough to make it uncomfortable, and they go running. And so now every time I go to reach for their knees, they jump. But they're conditioned.
They're conditioned.
I'm
Nah.
Yes, Pavlov's dogs. Conditioned training.
Yep. I just had the look. That's all. All I had to do was give the look.
conditioned to pay tax without asking.
He says I'm conditioned to pay taxes without asking.
Without them asking.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Yeah. Welcome to being an adult.
Taxation is theft, Mother.
Yeah. Well, tell that to all the ancestors before me who allowed it to happen.
Does that mean George Washington is complicit?
No, I'm talking the ones who let it slide and are now, yeah, since the 1940s, honey. That was the last time they put in property tax and kept it permanent, as well as other things.
You have $8 and $9.43.
What?
$9.43.
What is $9.43?
So I can have 500 in my savings.
I don't have $9 to put into your savings.
Because right now it's at 491 and I want to 500.
Oh my God. Buddy, I'm back to the podcast. I love you. Go do something productive like the dishes. Hi, I'm back. Sorry.
All right.
Anyone want my son for a weekend?
No.
I'll send you over to Art or Brent and you can go do some work.
They will both end up the way government treats people after a few minutes.
Go do something.
They will have notes written before I even arrive.
Help. Okay, back topic. I am so sorry. You gotta love my family.
It's no problem.
Oh, he really does
All
need
right.
a microphone.
No.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of points in the shoulder. He'll be able to use that arm normally in about 30 minutes or not. We'll have to see.
Oh, gosh, that's funny.
Oh, God. Want to try it out on the kids?
Maybe.
Ask your kids, hey, come here, I want to try something and see if you can get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, Jake came home while we were on our way home. We got a call from EJ that the school called and that Jake was sick. And so he went to pick him up. And I'm like, my man ain't sick. So I FaceTimed him, and the kid that threatened him and wanted to choke. Hold on a second. I got to mute because I got to scream really loud. Hold on.
Yep. We understand. Unfortunately, if I mute in Discord, it doesn't always mute in OBS, so I'd have to mute Studios in order for me to yell. But that's okay. I'll behave myself.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's understandable. The dog.
Yeah. Because,
He's got to
ask
ask
mommy
you to ask
Daddy. Yes.
to go to the
If he's
bathroom.
allowed to
Yes.
go out. Exactly.
You have
But
him trained very well. Or like he has you trained.
Hey, I never started this shit.
I will train him to be in the ways of the
I
Lord.
never started this.
We have to teach you.
Buddy, you're overwhelming the voice that Dee's trying to say.
You should be taught guerrilla warfare.
Okay.
But so anyway, that kid that wanted the $100 off of him and we choked him. He's starting his shit again on the bus.
Oh, well, somebody needs a good swift kick in the kneecap.
So EJ and Leslie, so he told me to keep it a secret. And I said, well, if I keep that secret, I'm going to tell you a secret. And he said, what? And I said, did Mommy and Daddy say anything to you about your x-ray that you had the other day? He said, no. I said, well, Jay, your bones, you're only 9 years old, but your bone growth is that of a 12-year-old. And you should have seen his face. And I said, so you punch that little motherfucker right in the face if he touches you again.
Yes.
And we'll deal with the aftermath later.
It's defense at that point. And
Exactly.
screw what the school rules are. You have the right to defend yourself. I don't give two shits.
I said, you have a choice. You can either scream, hey, motherfucker, keep your hands off me and let the bus driver be aware of what's going on, or punch him out.
Yep.
Do one or the other. Chase, go see Daddy. Now, this is ridiculous. Go. What, you're afraid of the cat? Go.
The cats rule the dog rules. It's funny. And the baby rules them all. Lord of the Rings going on. Sorry.
Yeah, something's going on.
I'm a nerd.
But,
I apologize.
But, yeah, so I feel bad for him. He's just got to learn the strength and power that he has within himself. He's not violent.
Get to the point where he's going to have no choice but defend himself.
I know. Yep.
And it's going to suck for the other kid. And he's going to feel really bad about it, but it's going to be a necessity in life. You have to learn to defend yourself.
Especially with a 44.
No, he's only 9. He can't take a 44.
Well, I mean, I saw people before.
Stop. Oh, my God.
But then again, those dogs are probably...
I'm sending my son to you, D. I'll take the dog, you take my son.
Well, no, you're taking, if it's a swap like that, you're taking the baby.
I can do the baby. I can live with the baby.
That sounds very out of context.
You're the only one hearing it out of context. Everybody else gets to hear the whole story.
Why would you want to take a baby?
We're talking about swapping you for the
and
baby. I'm going to get the Guadam dictator and you go to D.
No.
And the cats.
D will be,
Oh, I'll take the cats, but my landlord won't let me. That's the good thing. My landlord just will not let me.
When you own the house, I'll be down with them for a visit, and
Uh,
and and I'll just
Which
accidentally leave them.
ad for paying whips.
Go ahead. I
Anyway,
heard you say you're bringing the cats down and the baby.
yep, the
I'll
cats and
have.
the baby.
I absolutely will have a litter box ready for him. I don't know about
All
the
righty.
kid. You're gonna have to bring diapers for him, but I'll have a litter box for the cat
Hey,
for the cats.
hey. By that point, he might identify as a cat, like
And
that
he'll
little
use the litter
kindergarten
box
girl
too.
did.
Oh yeah, that's
Remember
true.
that
Well,
little
if you want
kindergarten
all the
girl?
litter on.
They
Yep.
put a litter box. Yeah, they put a litter box in the kindergarten room for her. So she identified as a cat. Meow,
Uh,
meow.
that's about the time you get the waddle and you spray them for every time they don't listen.
There you go.
Or like my idea of putting an electric shock mat on the counters and the chairs so they can't jump on
Uh
them.
huh.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, go ahead, kiddo. Act like a cat some more. You can
Meow, meow.
go help your sister now.
That's freaking ridiculous.
I agree. Like, no, you are not a cat. You are a
Not only
human
are the
being and you will
parents
get
not
over
in,
it.
yeah, not only are the parents not in control, but the,
Thank
the
you.
school
If
isn't
you
in
get Mama
control.
Nick here, I'm gonna do a little thing called a gender change on it.
No, go. Yeah, it was bad when schools are pushing this stuff on kids. And then
Mm-hmm.
the states are like, no, the parents don't get a say in
Right.
one thing, but everything else the parents have a say over their kids, but just not this one thing. Got it.
Mm-hmm. There's
Makes
a
it make sense.
yeah, there's a future story for us next week. There's a school district that is well, the state is actually trying to pass legislation that if you pull your child out of school to homeschool the child, you're automatically getting a child services involved.
Let them do everything right. They don't have a right to be in your business for homeschooling.
You
I
know,
like my because
uh,
my state don't give a fuck how you homeschool your kids.
child services can't do the job that they're supposed to be doing now, let alone take on parents that
Well,
are
no,
pulling
because
out
their
their
job is
kids.
so twisted around that emotional abuse and emotional neglect by letting your child be going through this stuff at such a young age. I mean, it's all twisted around from what it used to be. It's
Mm-hmm.
like telling your kid no is considered abuse these days sometimes.
Great,
It's getting
right.
bad. It's getting bad. And again, I
Well,
get it. There's such a thing as gender dysphoria, but it's years of therapy and stuff to get a proper diagnosis for it. They can't just listen to you for minutes when it could be a phase that you're going through. It drives me
mhm,
nuts.
right.
Like this shit
All
has to
right.
stop.
You ready to get started? It's 7:30.
I guess. Hold on.
All right.
I got
What do
it.
we got up first?
Um, 1 second while I find. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
You're still, yeah, on my end, just so you know, although I can hear you, you sound garbled.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I got to
think that's a
scream one more
Discord.
time.
Can you see it?
It's not! Please, help me, please, people, help me.
We're trying,
What,
but we're
what
there.
other, what other show do you know that this shit goes on? You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know, but
Like,
it makes it entertaining.
honest to God.
I think it's more entertaining when stuff like this happens. So much for the
Oh,
Kardashians reality television. We
yeah,
can just have our reality, and it's
yeah,
funnier
for real. Let me
because it's
put you on pause.
relatable. It's actually relatable.
Case go. I'm going to have to lock myself in the bedroom again.
I used to have to myself in the
Well,
bathroom to
I
get
know
away
what
from
his,
people.
you know what? Hold on. I know what the problem is. He's blind in that one eye, and I didn't turn the light on. I got to run to the hall real quick and turn on the light.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
I'll
fine.
be right back. Crazy Bee, the show started. Yeah. Okay, come on, Chase. Come on.
No, I don't have any nausea medicine.
Go.
Everybody, it's just going to be one of those days where everybody needs us. I'm a little crunchy, but undebatable on this side, B. I've got to fix my mic. I had to go through my earbud because my mic decided to be stupid. I don't know what's going on. It's really bizarre. So I'm not sure what is going on with it, but I'll have to fix the settings later. I ain't got time to deal with it right now. Oh lordy, pray for me. Um,
I'm back, Crazy Bee. Huh.
it's all
Whew.
good.
I
I just
forgot
want to
all
make
about. I
sure.
couldn't figure out why he wouldn't go into the other part of the house. Oh.
Well, because he can't. He's got to wait for you.
Well, no, because he can't see and it's pitch black.
Ah,
Anyway, all
makes
right,
sense.
go ahead.
Okay, so this is going around about Kristi Noem being fired, but actually she's just been moved to a different position, like the other bureaucratic situation where they aren't going to fire people, they just bounce them to a different spot until, well, they're forgotten. I think that's pretty much what's going to happen here. So, but let's
Yeah,
listen.
Crazy Bee. So, okay, so I hear myself reverbing
You shouldn't.
on your. I do, and Art says you sound a little crunchy, but undebatable on this side.
So they can understand me. It's just not crisp as it used to be.
That's
And
correct.
I don't know why you're getting reverb because I'm not running your audio back to you on any microphone.
I do not know, dear.
That's very weird.
The whole thing's been weird all day.
Yeah. Let me try turning your volume down because maybe it's just coming through on the earbud. And is that her?
Well, no.
Okay, then it might be on your end for some reason. You have a reverb on it.
Well, you had me turn my volume up, remember?
Um, Brent says he can hear the reverb from you, but I'm fine. So maybe
So
your
that means,
mic is your audio might be too loud.
well,
Art
that's
says it's not reverb on the. I've got reverb on D here too. So try turning your volume down a little bit. That might make a difference.
my what down?
Volume from your speaker. Because your device, it might be loud enough that it's coming back into the microphone of
Okay.
the device.
Yeah, it's still going on. I think it has to do with the settings change we did earlier.
It shouldn't have made a difference. That's what I don't
We'll mess with
understand.
it later.
Yeah, we'll play with it later.
Sorry.
And sorry for the
I have to
reverb.
whatever.
Oh, you know what I can do? Oh my God. Oh, let me do this. Let me turn you down just a smidge on the desktop audio, and that might help. Hi, Cannabis.
Hi, Cannabis.
Okay, maybe that'll help. I don't know.
No, it didn't. That's okay.
Okay. All right.
I just won't talk.
No, we need you to talk. I don't want to be the only one talking. Okay. Let's hit play and take a listen.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. We're coming on the air because President Trump has just announced that Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is out of a job. This follows reports that the president was frustrated by her recent testimony on Capitol Hill. Noem under fire from both parties over her job performance and her handling of the immigration crackdown. And that includes her response to the deadly shooting by federal agents of two American citizens, Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Just moments ago, the president saying he's naming Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin to become the next Secretary of Homeland Security. Let's get straight to our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce. Mary, what do we know?
Well, Kira, the president just announcing this in a social media post that Markwayne Mullin is going to become the new Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security as of the end of this month. And the president, who, as you know, we know, grown increasingly frustrated with Secretary Noem, that's following several days of her testimony up on the Hill. The president posting the current Secretary, Kristi Noem, who has served us well and has had numerous and spectacular results, especially on the border, will be moving to be special envoy for the Shield of the Americas, our new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere. It also comes, of course,
That's not fire.
as you note that she received a lot of backlash after her response to the killings of two American citizens, Renee Good and Alex Preddy, in Minneapolis. She, of course, was very quick to come out and label them domestic terrorists. She falsely said that Preddy was brandishing a gun. It created quite a controversy for the administration. Then, of course, the president moved in Tom Homan, whose border czar, to take over the situation in Minneapolis. But Kira,
They're so
the big
biased.
picture here,
They're
is
literally
to remember
twisting
that
it.
this is now the first major firing that we have seen in the president's second term. To fire Kristi Noem, move her away from being the DHS secretary to this new post at the end of this month. Unlike in his first term, where there was quite a bit of turnover in the cabinet, she is now the first cabinet secretary to be let go by President Trump.
Let's bring in our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas. Pierre, as we get this news now, let's just talk about how DHS changed under Kristi Noem's leadership. And it didn't take long for her to receive a lot of heat from critics once she did take that position.
Indeed, Kira. And there was a key moment this week at that Senate hearing. This over $200 million ad campaign came up, and Senator Kennedy, a Republican, was pressing her on why was the funding as high as it was. He expressed deep concern that it was too much money, and he asked the secretary about it, and she claimed that the president was engaged in this. Now, we just saw from our own reporting from Rachel Scott and others that the president is now claiming that that is not true. And again, this ad campaign stars Kristi Noem, and basically the messages to undocumented people leave now or be deported. And again, $200 million, and you could see these ads during football games, during the NFL, college football playoffs, the NBA, all types of major ad buys for this particular campaign, and that appears to have played a key role. To your first question, the bottom line is under Kristi Noem, there were some positives for the administration in terms of the border being shut down, but the way that the internal campaign to remove people from this country was executed is apparently played a big role in this as well. As Mary said, Tom Homan taking over after the situation in Minneapolis spiraled out of control.
And let's take it straight now to senior political correspondent Rachel Scott. I know you're en route to the Hill. You've been talking to your sources, Rachel. What's the word from lawmakers after Pierre just mentioned, of course, the testimony where apparently the president was not happy with how the now former secretary performed during testimony?
Yeah, well, Kira, I'm told by multiple sources that President Trump was on the phone calling Republicans, calling allies, asking whether or not he should fire Secretary Kristi Noem. He was pointing out that he was clearly unhappy with that answer that she gave Senator Kennedy during these heated briefings and hearings on Capitol Hill just yesterday. I'm also told that there has been a lot of frustration with how Noem has handled several instances, not just this particular one on the Hill testifying before Congress, but also just a few days ago, it was her decision along with one of her top advisors, Corey Lewandowski, to ultimately pause and put a hold on TSA PreCheck due to the government shutdown. I'm told by multiple sources that then White House officials had to intervene, then president to correct that. So this is coming after a lot of frustration, not only from President Trump, but also top members of his administration expressing concern about some of her actions, and ultimately the president making this decision today to now get Kristi Noem out and completely replace her, Kira.
And Rachel, let's talk more about the senator from Oklahoma, Markwayne Mullin, who now will replace former Secretary Kristi Noem there.
Didn't they hype her up big time during the campaigns?
They most certainly did. And
Okay.
one point I want to make is, if she was having difficulty with him, Trump would not have just let her go. I would let her, go on with what she was doing, without saying something.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the type to just, if you're off the rails, he's not going to let you stay off the rails. He's going to rein your ass in.
Publicly, too.
Correct. And the other point is, when these people testify before Congress, if you don't think they haven't talked to their boss about what to say, what not to say,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps how to act, how not to act, in a way, I'm wondering if this is one of his other ploys.
It's hard to say anymore.
Yeah, because now we have a new position created that didn't have to go through Congress. And then he gets to get another pick for who he wants to be DHS secretary. Or, DHS.
Yeah.
So did he have this all, kind of outlined to begin with? Because if there was a tiff between the two of them, she wouldn't have accepted the position.
And if he was really he might not have been thrilled with her, how she handled Congress this last time, but not to the point that he felt the need to fire her, but he did move her to a brand new division of something that no one's ever heard of until today.
Correct. It's newly created. It's never been there before. It is Special Envoy to the Americas, which in some ways, the ball buster that she has been, right? The controversy that has surrounded her, where's she going to be? What does that mean to the Americas?
Well, I'm assuming it's South America and North America and Central America.
Correct. So we're talking, she's got a far reach now. She's bigger than she was before as DHS secretary.
But still a brand new obscure thing that no one's ever fucking heard of, and we don't know what it entails. Is it her just sitting there looking pretty, stamping papers? Or is this going to be something where she's actually going to these countries and working on negotiating with them? And it's, I don't know what to think of this.
I don't see Trump ever having a rubber stamper. I don't think if she would have been as bad as everybody says, or as much as they wanted to get rid of her, I think he would have just fired her outright. I don't think that he would have kept her around if she was as bad as they said.
Yeah, because we've seen him fire people for less.
Exactly. And she's there for some type of purpose. What that is, we don't know, because it is a brand new position. And
I want to know more about this position and what it entails.
Yeah, why don't you pull up the next piece that goes with that? And I'm not sure if it's some info.
It's a Truth Social post.
Yeah.
And it's, fudge sake, everything's got to. No, go away. All these things trying to make me accept shit. So President Trump is grateful to Kristi Noem for helping usher in the most secure border in American history. And he looks forward to her continuing to serve in her new important role as Special Envoy for Shield of the Americas. That doesn't sound like a firing. It sounds like a either promotion or shifting of position. So
Yes.
why is ABC
And I
trying to
said-
make it sound
yeah,
like a firing?
Yeah, and I said special envoy, and it's Shield. Oh, I picture
Well, it's
her as in
special.
the one
It's special envoy for the Shield of the
Shield
Americas.
of. Yeah. Oh, I picture her as what in a Wonder Woman costume with the Shield of Americas on it.
Oh, Vanilla says Pam Bondi is next. Yeah, to me it doesn't sound like
Oh, I wish
he was
Pam
mad
Bondi-
at her.
Yeah, Pam Bondi needs to go altogether. She's useless.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Vanilla. Crazy
And
Bee, can you pull the chat over for me just a tad?
is that better?
No, I still can't see it.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Is that better?
that's better. Yeah, that's better. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. And so President Trump's immigration agenda is going to be carried on by Mark Mullen. And and I've seen him in Congress. He's pretty entertaining. You should have seen the way he took on Tim Walz. That was insane. Made me laugh my ass off. Actually made Tim Walz laugh too, and he insulted Tim Walz to the point that Tim Walz had to even laugh at it. It was bad. So, Trump learned that when he fires people, they tend to go to the media, and Trump ends up looking bad. He doesn't like to look bad, so he doesn't really fire anyone this time around. That could be a possibility. And Vanilla says after the Dow incident, it's ouch for her. Yeah, I know. I'm not thrilled with Pam Bondi. Period. I never really liked her. So yeah, they're gonna keep working on it, and they're just gonna shuffle people around until something sticks. So that's the way it looks like. And again, whether it is a promotion or a firing or a shuffle till they disappear type of thing, I don't know. We'll have to see how this plays out. But I want to know more about this special envoy, so we'll look into
see
that.
the next. Yeah, let's check out your next article. I think there might be something there. There you go.
Okay. And this is from which association? Is this Fox, ABC, or just a random?
I don't know. Try playing it.
Okay, I'm not sure who they're affiliated with. That's why I'm kind of looking funny at it. Oh, but it's from Florida. Let's see if it'll work. Nope, that's just it. A brief music.
Can you enlarge it a little bit? Just
I
a little
will.
bit. Okay.
I will do that for you. Is that better, or do you need a little bigger?
There you go. That's good. So President Trump announced on Truth Social on Thursday that Secretary Kristi Noem will be moving to be special envoy for the Shield of the Americas, our new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere. The statement is below. I'm pleased to announce that the highly respected United States Senator from the great state of Oklahoma, Mark Wayne Mullen, will become the United States Secretary of Homeland Security effective March 31st, 2026. The current Secretary, Kristi Noem, who has served us well and has had numerous and spectacular results, especially on the border, will be moving to be Special Envoy for the Shield of the Americas, our new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere we are announcing on Saturday in Doral, Florida. I thank Kristi for her service at Homeland. And then this is some info on, here we go. It's been a long day.
Yes, it has.
Info on Mr. Mullen. Serving 10 years in the U.S. House of Representatives and 3 in the Senate, Mark Wayne has done a tremendous job representing the wonderful people of Oklahoma, where I won all 77 out of 77 counties in 2016, 2020, and 2024. A MAGA warrior and former undefeated professional MMA fighter, Mark Wayne truly gets along well with people and knows the wisdom and courage required to advance our America First agenda. As the only Native American in the Senate, Mark Wayne is a fantastic advocate for our incredible tribal communities. Mark Wayne will work tirelessly to keep our borders secure, stop migrant crime, murderers, and other criminals from illegally entering our country, end the scourge of illegal drugs, and make America safe again. Mark Wayne will make a spectacular Secretary of Homeland Security. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I don't know him, but I did go at Crazy Bee just a minute ago, and guess who has something to say about that?
A lot of people.
That would be Chuck Schumer.
Oh, Chuck Schumer. I'm so sick of him running his mouth. He is so back and forth.
Okay, but he was asked if he would support Senator Mullen as Noem's replacement. And his answer is a resounding
no.
No. The rot in DHS is deep, much deeper than any individual. It's a question of policy, not personnel. The Senate should not consider any DHS secretary nominee until DHS and ICE are reined in.
Oh, shut up, Schumer.
So there you got a leftist perspective.
So far, I have not seen ICE do anything absolutely uncalled for. Now, the Alex Preddy thing, questionable. They really need to get better control on themselves, and we need to keep the crowds further back, not right in front. Move them down the block. Something to where there's no, there's got to be some kind of buffer between the actual ICE facilities and the idiots.
Exactly.
I think that's a safety thing, but of course you got cities that don't give a shit about it. So, I mean, it's a massive fuck up.
Yep. Then Secretary Kristi Noem posted on X shortly after Trump's post. Her statement is as follows. Thank you, POTUS, Trump, for appointing me as the special envoy for the Shield of the Americas. Secretary Rubio and Secretary of War, that's Pete Hegseth, are incredible leaders, and I look forward to working with them closely to dismantle cartels that have poured drugs into our nation and killed our children and grandchildren. The Western Hemisphere is absolutely critical for U.S. security. In this new role, I will be able to build on the partnerships and national security expertise I forged over the last 13 months as Secretary of Homeland Security. We have made historic accomplishments at the Department of Homeland Security to make America safe again. We delivered the most secure border in American history. 3 million illegal aliens have left the U.S. We have located 145,000 children. FEMA delivered disaster relief at a 100% faster rate. We ushered in the golden age of travel, saved the American taxpayer $13 billion, and revitalized the United States Coast Guard.
I don't think we've actually saved that money. We're going to take their word for it for the moment. But that's about half the children that have gone missing under Biden.
Correct.
That's a pretty good amount in the year, given they had 4 years to be hidden. So that's a pretty decent amount, but I would still like to see the rest come back. But I know during her testimony with Congress, she was saying that some of the countries won't take the kids back to allow them to come back to go be with their parents. You know how some of the countries were refusing to take their illegals back?
Right.
The ones who came here illegally? Yeah.
Right.
It's happening with the children. So they're trying to get these children back to their families. And the countries are not allowing it. She did mention that. And most, I think she said it was something like 70% of the people they've detained have at least one other criminal charge besides entering the country illegally.
That's absurd.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad
I
they're
mean,
getting
so
some of this squared away.
yeah, so their stats on the kids' return, because we were, what, at 380,000, I think?
Yeah, almost
Yeah,
half. It's,
yeah,
I gotta, after 4 years of being able to be hidden, I that's kudos at finding that many. I honestly didn't think they
hmm
were going to find that many.
I
And
know.
God knows where the other ones are, if they're even still alive or if they've been shipped to another country and America
Right,
was just a stopping point.
right.
So, yeah. And it bothers me, but I I hope they can do better under the new guy. We'll see. Knock on wood. Fingers crossed. Where's
Uh,
the four-leaf
I just
clover?
want
Because
to
we
make,
need a magical
I,
summons.
I want to make a point about the secretary being, ultimately, yes, the buck stops with you, but
Mhm.
when people are in the field and things happen, that's their responsibility. That's their issue with what's going on right then and there. The secretary can say and train and do whatever you want, but until you're actually in a situation, you don't know what the outcome's going to be.
And that's
You
why
don't know.
I believe those shootings will be justified in the end.
Hmm.
Again, they heard a gunshot and they responded. They knew the guy had a gun on him. They responded. Any cop would have done the same pretty much. And
Right,
when you have a group of them and they don't know what the other ones are thinking or doing, you kind of got to act on instinct.
correct.
And, you know, again, how much training do these people get? I don't know. Do they maybe need to do a little bit more work with crowd control training? But why is ICE doing crowd control and getting illegals? They should not be responsible for crowd control.
No. And the problem is
That's
the
not their
police
job.
departments don't want to, yeah, the police departments don't want to help.
Yeah, I mean,
They've been told, we showed videos, Crazy B, where they were told to stand
I
down.
know, I know. And it's frustrating. It's really frustrating that they're sitting there having to do the job of the local police, and that's not what they were trained for.
Correct.
So, yeah, they're having problems and people are mad about it, but why aren't the locals being more helpful if they don't want this shit to happen?
Yep.
And that's my main thing. We wouldn't be in this predicament if we didn't have states being stupid.
Yes, ma'am.
Ugh. You're not 100% responsible for what's happened on the streets, but you are 100% responsible for how you choose to respond to it. She didn't respond well. That's the issue. I mean, she wasn't wrong. The one lady pretty much tried to run the ICE officer over with a car, and if it was any other circumstance other than ICE, we would be saying that was a terroristic threat.
Right.
Definitely assault with a deadly weapon at minimum. So, like, it's one of those things, if it was a completely different circumstance and it was a regular cop officer, a regular officer on the street, half those idiots would be cheering.
Mhm.
Unless it was a female officer. If it was a female officer, she absolutely was in the right. Take your pick at which one it's going to be that they're going to twist it to somehow fit or not fit their narrative. And it's like, there is a no-win at this time in the media. No
Right.
matter what is said, what is done, there is a no-win situation for anyone in the Trump administration when they give a public speech, no matter what it is. They could say, we found the cure for cancer, produce all the studies, and it would still be a bad thing, according to the
Yeah.
media.
Correct.
They can be like, hey, we just brought the world to peace and everyone's living in kumbaya, and our media would still twist it somehow. It's at the point where, like, it's not going to make a difference what this administration does. The media is not going to be happy about it, no matter what. And I think that's another problem. is because, again, if this had happened under Obama, everyone would be cheering for ICE because Obama liked ICE. Obama pushed ICE on everyone except the Chinese that were coming over. So, again, it's one of those things that it's the media really misrepresenting a lot, too. It's a combination of things to make it shit. That's all I know at this point.
Right.
So, yeah, it's fucked up.
Yes, it is.
Oh, this one. This is the next one. Oh, my God, yes. You ready for this one, Dee?
Go ahead.
The idiots of
You-
Virginia. Let
Yeah,
me
go
enlarge
ahead.
that.
You have at it, Crazy B.
Okay. So Virginia decided that the Virginia Democrats are attempting to pass a bill that would impose penalties on people for using synthetic media, aka memes, during election campaigns. They're following the way of the UK.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Shades of England. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read that yellow can you see that yellow piece?
Okay, synthetic media penalty. It's as used in this section. Synthetic media means images or audios, recordings of real events related to an identifiable individual that may be intentionally altered in a manner that would cause a reasonable person to mistakenly believe that the manipulated image or audio is a recording of a real event. AI, bye-bye Grok, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
to have fundamentally, fuck my, fundamentally different understanding or impression of the expressive content of the image or audio than such person would have if the person was hearing or seeing the unaltered original version of the image. Oh, so they're all going to get in trouble for making Trump oranger.
Yes.
Got it. And what about all those Biden videos? When are they going to get in trouble for all those Biden videos that they edited to make it look like he was not so horribly gone?
Right.
Okay. So, and then artificially generated images, audio, or video that are not composed from a discernible original source image, audio, or video recording of a real or staged events of an identifiable individual's appearance, conduct, or speech that would cause a reasonable person to mistakenly believe the artificially generated image, audio, or video is a recording of a real event. There's such a thing as research, idiots.
So didn't we talk about that we have that coming up from the Right Angle News, right? That meme.
Yeah, I can't remember where exactly I put it in the list. I think it's next,
Hold on.
actually.
Is it? Yes, it is. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Sorry.
I couldn't remember because all I see is tabs. I have my show notes pushed to the side.
I hear you, because we have an example of one that I guess now would be, if this was in Virginia, which it is.
Yep.
Would this violate their new law that they're going to attempt to pass?
Let's take a. Let me pull it up.
Start of it, right?
Yeah. President Trump says, take over the voting. Vote yes on restricting April 21.
Redistricting.
Oh, redistricting. Oh, my God. I swear I'm not stupid. I swear I'm not stupid.
One of those nights for both of us.
Paid for by Page County Democrat Committee.
Yep.
Does this count as altered imaging and twisting of words? And what about that in Texas we were talking about earlier, where they give the Democrats an extra 2 hours to vote,
Oh
but
yeah,
they cut the
that's
Republicans
right.
off at 7?
It's 7 o'clock, and the Republican Dems could still vote until 9 p.m. Now,
Mm-hmm.
tell me how that's not unconstitutional. And I
Technically,
still,
states set the voting rules. It's they get to vote. It's just they have to be there in that time frame. And Republicans are I'm just playing devil's advocate. Republicans are the ones who wanted same-day voting and paper ballots and a strict closing time. They could absolutely use it against them. I know it's stupid, but that's what they'll say.
well, can't that go to the state Supreme Court?
They could if they wanted to, because in my opinion, it's a violation of their right to vote.
Right.
Unless the Democrats started 2 hours later, but they still got. And why the fuck does it matter? Why does it matter who comes to vote at what time? Like, open from this time in the morning till that time in the night. Don't distinguish who gets to vote when and where by their political party. That's right there is discrimination. It's just you come in, you get your ballot, you place your vote, and you tell them to fuck off until next time.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't actually say that to a poll worker, but I mean, it'll probably land in the cops getting called. But still, it doesn't make sense to have that. All of this shit makes no sense logically, unless they want to cheat.
Yep.
That's the only thing I can come up with. I know what it's gotten insane. So
Okay.
don't move to Virginia.
Yeah, for real. What's next?
I believe this is a Grok summary of you asked a question yesterday.
Yeah, I asked the question. This came from Blue Rose, and these were the awards that Don Lemon won yesterday. He won for Outstanding Host in a Talk or News / Information. He won for Outstanding News / Information, a Series or Special. He won for Outstanding Podcast, News and Information. And he won for Outstanding Podcast, Society and Culture. He celebrated the wins as a clean sweep in the categories nominated, thanking supporters for backing independent journalism. Some reports noted he picked up 2 during the live broadcast and others in pre-show or virtual categories, but the total was consistently reported as 4. This was highlighted as his first ever NAACP Image Award wins, and he attended the event in late February of 2026.
Oh, after he got in trouble. Got it. That's why he won.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Just making sure.
That says a lot.
Dipshit.
Yeah, that says a lot about the NAACP, too.
Well, they've been a really kind of crappy organization for quite some time now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Gotta love the idiots, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Up next is dipshit from Michigan. Go do what you want. Sorry.
Go ahead. You can handle her.
She decided to pull the race card out of the and called the police. Let's hear what happened. This has got to be stupid.
You didn't stand when you said you support Americans first?
Muslim, you're racist. Allegedly impeding Congress is a federal offense.
Yeah.
So we have to investigate it.
So is this an official investigation here that we're doing?
It's what's called a police stop.
Before you go into your office, Congresswoman, it's been a week since the State of the Union. Have you figured out if you're for the American people or for illegal immigrants first? A very simple question. You're a
That's a
representative.
very racist question. I'm an American, so because I'm Palestinian, I'm Muslim, I'm not an American.
You didn't stand when you said you support. Well,
She literally just said because she's Palestinian and Muslim that his question was racist.
Yes.
Try acting
did.
like an American. He asked why you didn't stand when Trump asked, and she said it's racist.
Yes.
Wow. And then she called the cops
Yes.
to have him removed.
Keep going.
Oh, the stupidity.
Do you support Americans
Because I'm
first?
Muslim, you're racist.
Do you support Americans first, or do you want to gaslight us? Because if you want to gaslight us, and that's fine, but you say it out loud. Don't be scared. She's literally, she's literally screaming racist to me and you. You're Russian. I'm Cuban. We're both Americans. She says I'm Muslim. So where's the racism in that? And last I checked, being Muslim isn't a race. The officers just approached us and asked us if we just left Rshaid Tlaib's office, which we then said no. So it looks like they called in.
Just hang around here to see what happened because we're sure that this is about us. So. Can we ask you, sir, did they complain or something? Is that why cops were called up here?
Yeah, something somebody was harassing him. I don't know.
Oh, great.
So actually, we were harassed.
Yeah. She was calling us racist because we asked her if she stood up for the American people. And Trump asked, she didn't stand up.
The guys, yeah, don't want to question.
You have a press pass? Yeah, but that's not house issued.
No,
No,
we're
so that's different. Who are you with?
We're the front.
Okay, do me a favor,
Why
just
is
put
Paul
that down, okay?
What is
Is this an official investigation here that we're doing?
It's what's called a police stop right now. We can figure out what's going on.
Got it.
Okay,
So-
allegedly impeding the Congress is a federal offense.
Yeah.
So we have to investigate this.
So asking a question is a federal offense.
Federal offense. Yep.
Because I've seen other reporters follow them and harass like that, and they've never
yeah.
called the cops.
Exactly. I mean,
Oh,
and I've
my
seen them
God.
up in their face,
Yeah.
following them all the way to like the elevator to where the doors slam in their face. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's a dipshit. That's all I know.
Why are they getting Taco Bell?
Your dad said he was still hungry. Can I please just go back to my podcast? Answer your phone and you'll know what's going on.
I'm confused.
Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah. Look, there's still like 10 more seconds. Do you want me to play through the 10
Yeah,
seconds?
go ahead. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
You're stopping them from if they have to divert around you because you are now blocking them.
If
Part
they
2 coming
have-
tomorrow.
if they have to divert around you, so what? They are like lay down the red carpet for them, lay down the golden cloak for them, so that it is the House of Representative Rshaid Tlaib. Please pass, Your Honor.
I never liked her when I lived
humbly
in
beg
Michigan.
I humbly beg of you, please pass. We shall not bother you. Fuck you.
They weren't blocking her. They were walking alongside her and behind her. They never
Give me a
once blocked
break.
her way.
She's a. You know. Oh,
Hey, Peggy.
she's-
Good to see you.
Hi, Peggy. Nice to have you up here with us. You know, I use the C word and the P word very seldom. I will not say them on air, but give me.
Oh, they go. Some of those come
Give
into my
me-
head routinely.
Give me a break.
Yeah.
Really? She's gonna cry. She's gonna pull race. What race?
She had to. Because that's the only thing she has to say in response for not standing up when Trump asked if they're going to support America first. American citizens. She did not stand. So she has no excuse except Trump bad and now you're bad and racist for coming at me and asking
For
questions.
coming at her. Correct.
But hey,
And-
Trump, the Republicans are the fascists. Okay.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Well, the good thing is the guys got it on video, right?
Yes.
Of what happened.
And there's a
So
part
it's
2
not a
tomorrow.
Right. And we'll have part 2. So there is no he said, she said. It's obvious what took place. And,
Actually,
and think
there
about
should
think
be a
about
part
this.
2 since that was March 4th yesterday.
Yeah, why don't you? Is there any?
You didn't stand when you said you.
What are
Hold
some
on.
of the comments made Crazy B?
Oh, go back to the comments.
Yeah, what are some of the comments? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Rashida, Muslim is not a race. It's a belief system. Hard to be racist against something that's not a human race. Low IQ, DEI higher, imbecile. Yeah. No one ever accused her of being bright.
Yeah. They keep voting for her.
Well, it's because it's a Muslim community that she represents.
Yeah.
That's
Low
why.
IQ. And when we say low IQ, it's proven fact that they're low IQ, correct?
Because of the repetitive inbreeding. There are some with normal and higher IQs, but the general group, the larger amount of the population, is lower than average. It's like a 80 is the average IQ, is what I've heard. And they've done, I watched someone actually do the research and pull it up on a live that I was watching, and yes, it is average 80 IQ points.
Yeah. We actually showed the stats on it in some of our previous podcasts.
Mm-hmm. I know my IQ came in at like 135 when I was 14. Mm-hmm. So I'm not stupid, even though I can't read right. Well, I'm not feeling good. I just took some Excedrin migraine for, I'm running a bit of a fever again, and yeah, I just felt my forehead and the top of my head, and yeah, I'm a little warm. So there's at least I have the excuse of being sick. What's her excuse?
She's sick.
Genetically.
Yeah. She's sick.
I love no communist or Islamist should be allowed to hold any office because they cannot pledge allegiance to the U.S. Constitution. They do pledge allegiance, but that again, we don't know anyone's heart. I don't care who you are. You go up, you can put your hand on a Bible, say, I swear on the Bible, and you still don't give two shits because you're an atheist. Good luck. It doesn't matter whether they pledge allegiance to anything or not. To them, it's just words. It's like reciting a song. Or like reciting your lines for a play. The script. I don't get why that makes a difference, because even there are full-on white idiot American. Elizabeth Warren is a prime example. She can swear allegiance all she wants, but I doubt she actually gives a shit. So, Chuck Schumer, Bernie Sanders, I can go on and on and on. Like
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, well, he's about to be out of office. Quite a few others are out of office, as we know. And it looks like Brandon Herrera, the AK guy on YouTube, is going to take his district from the incumbent that is an idiot who may have led to a woman ending herself. So that's another interesting one. He had an affair with her, and then I can't remember what led to it, but she ended up just like setting herself on fire and left her kids behind and their dad, and yeah, it's bad. So they're trying to get him out of office, and it looks like Brandon Herrera will get it, which I support because he is strong 2A and anti-ATF.
Okay.
So, and unfortunately, it's not my area. I can't vote, but I suggest people give him a chance. So
right. Well, I was looking at some stats on voting that the primaries that just recently occurred. Republicans, you suck big time. And we'll have that maybe next week. You suck big time. You did not go out and vote. There were drops in numbers going out to vote as high as 80%.
But
I'm
remember,
ashamed of all of
we
you.
know of one that closed early.
Yes.
And we
We're
don't know how
ashamed
many
of you.
others, but they might not have been able to get there in time. Work
Well-
has to come first in some people's lives.
Well,
I know what it's like.
The Republicans went down and the Dems went up. So
But are the Dems falsifying ballots again?
it's possible, but all the more reason to have a national holiday, a voting day.
Amen.
That's the day everybody votes. Federal holiday, everybody's off. Go out, cast your ballot, then there's no damn excuse. Cheating's held to a minimum. Show your fucking ID. Yeah.
I know. Stuff that was supposed to be in place anyways.
I know.
I did find this meme great. It's a complete guide to liberal slurs. Everything is a person who wins an argument with a liberal. Yeah, all of those slurs. I mean, at this point, they don't even hurt my feelings. I just laugh when someone says that shit. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
Send that over to me, Crazy B. I'll
Okay.
forward that stuff.
There you go.
I do believe I probably have been called all of the above.
I know I have.
And more.
Mm-hmm. Actually, my sister called me most of these. Everything except misogynist. She forgets that I do actually support men who have been mistreated by women and all that other stuff. And I will usually side with a guy before I will a girl. And heaven forbid she should ever find out what I've done to protect my brother at one point. So I can't talk about that publicly because that'll get me kicked off of YouTube, I believe. But yeah, let's just say I've put more than one chick in her place.
Yeah, you just support your brother. That's all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think Vanilla Pie says, I don't think so. I'm sure the Republicans aren't going out to vote. Okay. That's a possibility. And again, a lot of them might be disillusioned. And yes, Peggy, everyone should go out and vote. My crippled butt finds ways to vote, whether it's by mail-in because of my disability or I have someone wheel my happy ass to the polls in my wheelchair.
I basically drag myself because I don't trust mail-in voting whatsoever.
In my area, it's a little bit safer. I know where you live, not even close.
Exactly.
I get why you don't, but I'm in a relatively red state.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to be dragged, I'll go dragging. Yes.
Well, get a hospital bed and just have them wheel you in that.
Wheel you, exactly.
Medical transport to the polls and then medical transport back home.
Yeah, and
Does that
then
count?
when the facility isn't, if the facility isn't handicapped, then we'll have it against them. All right, what you got next?
I am in the middle of swapping my earbuds because one is dying, so I'm swapping it for the other. Alrighty. Now I can move on to the next. What is this one? Oh, Tim Walz.
Our poor guy. He was cooked.
No, this is freaking hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, there was like 10 minutes worth of it that I saw earlier today. Like 10 minutes of just people roasting him one after another, after another. And they sped up the speed of the videos because they needed to get as many in as possible. Oh, yeah. Here we go. If my hand will work.
The 70,000 strong Somali community as a whole has made a positive impact on your state.
I do.
You'd be the opinion, fair to say, that the Somali community has successfully assimilated and is making Minnesota better?
Yeah, I believe they're on that path. Okay. Yes.
I'm just curious by what metric you'd come to that conclusion. I just looked at some hard data. And do you have any idea what percentage of the native-born Minnesotans, all races, live in poverty in your state right now?
I don't have specifically.
I'll share it with you. It's 8%. For the Somali community, it's 52%. How about receiving food stamps?
I don't know.
All right, I'll run it down with you. It's 7%, and then compared to 54% in the Somali community, and then don't have at least a high school diploma for all Minnesotans. It's 5%. Somali community, it's 39%. one family member at least on Medicaid. It's 18% for Minnesota, 73% for the Somali community, and receiving welfare of some form. It's 21%, and that's 81% for the Somali community. Do you, Governor, do you happen
they're
to know what the
draining it.
percentages of all those who have currently been
Mhm.
charged in this staggering social services fraud scheme were native-born Minnesotans? What percentage?
I do not have that.
I think it was 85 out of 98, which comes out to 13% Minnesotan and 87% Somali Minnesotan. So I think this is an instance perhaps of where woke gets slapped by data. Governor, there's been billions stolen over 7+ years right under your nose. And really, there's only two explanations. It's either you were in on it or you weren't smart enough to see it. It's either criminal negligence or wild incompetence. And the only way this kind of fraud can reach this scale is if there's people in power that are colluding and collaborating and willfully aligning themselves to the realities around them. And in oversight, when we do investigations, it's rare for us to have whistleblowers because they face retribution and punishment and resentment, and they can be ostracized, and it's difficult and it's uncomfortable, and sometimes it's even dangerous. So when we have when we're having an investigation and we have even a couple of whistleblowers, it's very valuable to us because they provide invaluable insight. Do you have any idea how many whistleblowers are working from Minnesota or working with the Oversight Committee?
I do not. We have our own strong protections in the OLA, the independent.
Well, it's 30. I mean, I haven't seen that in 5+ years in Congress, 30. Governor, on September 16th, 2020.
Yeah.
That is wild, isn't it?
Very wild.
Can you scroll back to the chart again, Crazy B?
Yes, I can. Let me see where they show the whole chart. Oh, right there.
54%.
Okay, so that's my biggest bitch, right? That's where I get on the soapbox. So the blue represents the United States American citizen, native born. The orange represents the Somalian community. And look at the difference in benefits that are received. And taxpayers are funding that money. And how many Minnesotans need services?
I know when my great-grandfather and my grandfather and great-aunt came here, this shit didn't happen back in the 1920s. They had to just figure it the fuck out and find a way to live.
Mm-hmm.
There was none of this shit when my family came over. Oh, yeah, Brent, I'd love to see that breakdown for every state. Amen.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, and not only that, Brent, but this is just the Somalian community. This isn't
even taking in all of the other ones. Yeah, or not even that. Other people who are here on temporary protective status from the Middle East or from China or from one of the other countries that's communist and want to kill these people for not agreeing.
Mm-hmm.
Think about all the other communities that have fled religious persecution throughout the Middle East and Asia. Not just religious, but also political. Yep. They come here knowing they can get on it, so they do, and they just live off of it. They don't put forth an effort to get better.
Well, in this case, we've proven in previous, if you go back to our Crisis in Minnesota videos, you'll see that we've proven that money has been sent back to Somalia.
By the boatloads.
Yes, which is rebuilding their country. We showed
not really the country, it's more the leaders.
Well, they are rebuilding. Remember, they were doing hotels and all that other bull crap they were putting up, which again is going to benefit the leadership. But we also showed where they were taking millions of dollars just in cash on airplanes. And the TSA operators watched them.
Mm-hmm.
They
were told to let it go by a higher up. Yeah. Again, make it make sense.
Hey, you woke me up So why shouldn't we say the same thing, right?
Damn, I'm congested. Oh, it's funny when we synchronize on that. Make it make sense. I think that should be our slogan. Make it make sense.
It doesn't. You know, we have Americans struggling, you know, senior citizens, veterans, the homeless.
Yeah.
The underprivileged.
I mean, I'm worried I won't qualify for disability, even though I know I have medical conditions that absolutely qualify on the disability ratings for Social Security disability. But I still worry that I won't qualify. I know you're saying,
yeah.
I know, I've been hearing it from a lot of people, and I'm still worried it will get rejected for some stupid reason or drawn out till the point I want to just give up. You watch, that's what it's going to be. Because they're busy giving it to all the fraudsters instead of the person like me who legitimately can't even stand long enough to wash a spoon to make a frickin' bowl of soup. I can't wash the spoon and heat up the soup. It's one or the other. How is that okay?
Well, you could sip out of the bowl. You don't necessarily need a spoon.
Put it in a thermal mug.
There you go. That'll work. I'll send you one. Along with the cat and the baby. The cats and the baby. And the dog.
It's just, it shouldn't be that hard to trust whether I will qualify or not. And then the hoops and the red tape and the bureaucracy and the bullshit and the, you got to see our doctors on their time schedule, not what yours is, and you just better show up because if you miss it, your case gets thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's a no-win situation sometimes, and I'm terrified of the stress I'm about to have to go through. And that's, I think, and I shouldn't have to feel that way knowing I have spinal stenosis and spondylosis and some unknown autoimmune disorder because they still don't know which one it is, but I definitely show some signs, but not, my blood work doesn't represent the signs I'm showing, and then the elevated white blood cells. It's like, what the fudge? I should not be worried at this point, but yet I'm still worried. It's not right. It's just not right. And I can't stress it enough how pissed I am that the fraudsters get to stay on, especially the 160-year-olds.
Yep.
Why does a 160-year-old get disability, but I don't?
Because they're a senior citizen.
They're a senior citizen three times over.
Don't you pick on the seniors now, girl. Don't you go there. Because you're, you know.
Well, it's one thing to be a senior citizen, but to be one 3 to 4 times over? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, hey, they're
actually
very
even more than
elderly.
that. Actually, it's almost 5 times. It's a little over 5 times the senior citizen age.
I'm just saying.
Make that make sense.
They need every penny they could get because, you know, they are in those nursing homes.
Shit. You know those nursing homes are the ones freaking collecting on them. And those 160-year-old people who have not been alive for 80 years.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's bullshit. Right. Okay. I'm done with my rant.
What's next?
What's next is I'm getting a straw into my cup. Hold on a second. They just walked in with a big old cup of Dr. Pepper from the Taco Bell.
There you go.
He earned it. I still get food stamps from my 235-year-old grandpapa, Papa. My grandparents weren't even in the United States long enough for me to do that. We only go back to the 1890s at the latest. All right. Next up. What's this one?
This is the federal judge blocks Florida governor's foreign terrorist label of Muslim groups.
I see nothing wrong with the certain Muslim groups being labeled terrorists because they are.
Yes, ma'am. Would you please scroll up and enlarge a little?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, if I can get my hand to work. Oh my God. Between my hand, my brain, my mouth, I can't win today. I can't get my mouse to hover in the right place for long enough.
Okay. In Tallahassee, Florida, a federal judge temporarily blocked the enforcement on Wednesday of an executive order issued last year by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis that designates two Muslim groups as foreign terrorist organizations.
Only two?
U.S. District Judge Mark E. Walker wrote in his preliminary injunction that the First Amendment bars the government from continuing the troubling trend of using an executive office to make a political statement at the expense of others' constitutional rights. The governor's
it's not a political statement. It is a fact. They have a very clear agenda on their website.
Yes, they do. It's in the book that's been published. We've read it. The governor's order targeted the Council on American Islamic Relations, also known, don't forget, as CAIR, and the Muslim Brotherhood. His office didn't immediately respond Wednesday evening to an email seeking comment about the judge's order. CAIR and the other civil rights groups sued DeSantis in December, shortly after the executive order was issued. The group has more than 20 chapters across the United States, and its work involves legal actions, advocacy, and education outreach. The lawsuit claims the executive order is unlawful and unconstitutional, specifically that DeSantis has usurped the exclusive authority of the federal government to identify and designate terrorist organizations. So, does that mean that Trump just can go in and do it then?
Well, but the thing is I don't know if a state governor has the right to label a group a terrorist organization, or can it only be federal? I'm not sure where this is because I have not studied the Constitution on this level. And hi, JJ, before I forget.
Hi, JJ. Good to see you.
Now, if it is a federal only, then Trump, I believe, already did this. No, he did the cartels.
Yeah. Right. Now, I'm not sure why he did it. Perhaps I'll have to look and perhaps do a map and see how many centers there are. And perhaps there's obviously concern in Florida for what we're seeing. I mean, we kind of concentrated, I'd say, more on what was going on in Texas. Yeah, is where we talked about CAIR and.
Well, we also talked about how fucked up Michigan has gotten too.
That's true, right? So.
Take your pick. I mean, it's messed up all around, folks. It really, truly is.
You know, I told you we go by a mosque every time we have to get up onto the highway, and
it used to go by them all the time.
Yeah, and it used to be farmland, and when I was coming home today, I made a comment to Eric about what should happen to that place, and he just said, you know, on Thursdays the place is packed, and I said, yeah, I know. And it got me to thinking just how many other areas are in the neighborhood, so to speak.
Yeah, well,
because it just, you know, makes you wonder where people are coming from. You know, are they legal? Are they not illegal? I told you that where they're located, they have access to 4 different interstates. So it's very easy to, you know, travel. And it just gives you a cause for a pause.
I know
given
I
that.
talked about the one mosque that was right next to a Catholic church in a nursing home run by the Catholic
Right.
Church. It was there for years and they respected each other. Never had problems until these last few couple administrations, like under Trump's first term, towards the end of his first term, and then all of Biden's, because I worked through most of Trump's first term. I mean, we're talking until 2019. I was working in these areas and never had a problem.
Right.
Like I said, I've been by all kinds of places, all times of the day, night. I was just blocks away from, it was like, a total of 3 miles? So, pretty close in city standards to one of the largest mosques in the Detroit area. And
so you're saying city standards and not by the way the crow flies?
Yeah. Well, technically it was because it was in Hamtramck, which is just a few miles down from where I lived. I think it was like 2.5, 3 miles straight shot on the city road.
I didn't know if it was by the way of the crow or...
No, by like city grid roads. It's because of the way the gridding is.
I got you.
Yeah. So it was not too far and never had problems until the end of Trump's first term. It was like really bizarre. And even then it wasn't more until Biden's term that things really went to shit. And towards the end is when we really saw the influx of this insanity. So, like, I don't know. To me, it's so bizarre because I'm used to these communities being peaceful and respectful. I mean, there might have been some people who were new to America, just got here. They were on their green cards or whatever, and neighbors had a nativity scene, and there was an argument taken to the city about it. And the city's like, freedom of religion, look the other way.
Right.
That's what I'm used to hearing from this kind of stuff. I'm not used to what we're hearing. Like, and I get it, the Islamic Brotherhood absolutely is a terrorist organization, but I'm used to the people who were not on the insane level. They were not that way. So for me, it's a bit of a shocker to see it. So I don't know.
Okay.
I'm kind of torn because I know so many who are nice.
The injunction will halt the executive order's enforcement while the lawsuit moves forward. The question before this court is whether the governor can, in a non-emergency situation, unilaterally designate one of the largest Muslim civil rights groups in America as a terrorist organization.
They had no problem labeling the Black Panthers.
And withhold government benefits from anyone providing material support or resources to the group, Walker wrote. Anti-Muslim bias has persisted in different forms since September 11, 2001, and there has been a rise in Islamophobia during more than the 2 years of war in Gaza. CAIR said in the Florida lawsuit that it has always condemned terrorism and violence. The lawsuit alleges DeSantis targeted the group for defending the free speech rights of people in cases where state officials and officials elsewhere tried to punish or silence those who express support for Palestinian human rights. The executive order also gives the same foreign terrorist label to the Muslim Brotherhood, a pan-Arab Islamic political movement. President Donald Trump in January issued an executive order that designates 3 Middle Eastern branches of the Muslim Brotherhood as terrorist organizations. The governor's order...
He already designated 3 of these groups. 3 branches.
Right.
So why is DeSantis get in trouble for reinforcing it?
I wonder if it had to do with his state money. Perhaps not having to give up state money.
Well, I mean, anyone caught using benefits from the state to provide money to a terrorist organization is going to be kicked off of benefits. It doesn't matter. If I was supporting the KKK, they would absolutely kick me off.
Right.
If they found out. So,
okay, so the governor's order instructs Florida agencies to prevent the two groups and those who have provided them material support from receiving contracts, employment, and funds from a state executive or cabinet agency. So there's our answer.
okay, so
Florida
it's
has,
it's not like it's welfare or anything, but ooh.
right. Yeah. Florida has an estimated 500,000 Muslim residents, according to CAIR. Perhaps he doesn't want them working in government.
No, it said from employment in general. It didn't say specific federal or government employment, state employment. It said employment. That is where it might be the infringing. Because what they do with their own money is technically their own business. I understand where this might be an issue. I can understand why they want to get federal funding, but you can't prevent employment because of...
See, I don't read it that way.
Yeah, because it literally says from receiving contracts, employment, and funds from a state executive or cabinet agency.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, they're not going to hire a bunch of contractors who are from this group.
Right. Nor an employee from that group, nor give them funds from that group.
And it does say from a state executive or cabinet agency.
Mm-hmm.
But that's quite a bit. That means they wouldn't be able to open shops, but they'll just get a family member to do it instead of them and pull funds from that family member in a roundabout way. They, instead of being the owner of the business, they'll be the stock boy in the back, but make extra money to send over to wherever.
Right.
They wouldn't be directly getting funds, but indirectly. I can see a workaround on this. And I don't know. Yeah, this is a toss-up on whether where are they going to draw the line is what I want to know. Is it just at the state funding for state contracts to build buildings or, like state business, state judge courts and stuff like that? Or does this expand out to subcontracts? And then those employees of the subcontractors or, there's a lot of workaround, but they're trying to make it as hard as possible. Yeah, I can't see how they could turn around in another administration and use it against Christians. That's where this is like,
Yeah, except where have we seen Christians being violent?
The 1990s was...
Yeah. Okay, we're talking current events. We're not talking past.
Well, it doesn't matter if they've actually done it. It's just an alleged crime of doing it. You know how they've been twisting things around. Words are violence. Say a prayer over your food and you've committed you've assaulted someone.
Yeah, exactly.
It can easily be twisted and manipulated. That's where it's a slippery slope, because when it's used against one, it will be used against the other down the road in a different administration.
Mm-hmm. And think back, we just looked at Virginia wanting to put in this synthetic media law for memes.
And still putting up a billboard with false information on it.
Correct.
Because rules for you, not for them.
Yep.
This is where it becomes that slippery slope, folks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what else does it say? Was that it?
Oh, that was it for that one. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the judge. and we won't go through the whole thing, but this is Mark Eaton Walker. And of course, he was appointed by Barack Obama. So I think we maybe have a leftish judge in there as well.
Oh.
Because why not?
But again, they're supposed to be on. He got appointed in 2018. So it was towards the end of Obama's reign of terror. His work experience identified his work experience working at a Winn-Dixie as a job that more than any others helped prepare him for a lawyer and interact with people. Okay, I've worked at a Farmer Jack's. All it did was make me want to smack people and suffocate them with a plastic bag. That was my experience working in a grocery store.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's. I'm sorry, that was not the nicest way to word it, was it?
It's okay. I'm just getting visuals.
Evidently back on February 12th, President Barack Obama nominated him to serve as United States District Judge in the Northern District of Florida. He replaced What's-Her-Face Mickle, who assumed senior status in 2011. His nomination was reported out of committee on June 7th by a voice vote, with one senator voting nay. Wait. So the committee selected him. Oh, by voice vote. Oh, not like the punch-in ballot. It was by 94-0. So even the Republicans supported it.
Correct.
But then it says one senator voting nay. And then it says by a 94-0 vote. If one said no, then it's 93-1.
Hey, people enter this stuff. They might not have known their math. Don't be ragging on them.
No, I'm sorry. That was the committee. And then he was confirmed on December 6th with a 94-0. It was the second vote. Okay, got it. I read it wrong. I'm not surprised.
That's okay.
So he's handled some cases. He put together an anti-riot law. Walker, he blocked Florida's anti-riot law as a violation of the First Amendment. Rioting is not freedom of speech.
All I need to do is to get a permit, and we're going to have a riot on Friday. Okay.
Let's go to Florida and have a riot because, 2021, he blocked it.
Yep.
But isn't Florida... No, it's Texas that says just run the bitches over. Sorry. Yeah, if you riot in Texas and you start locking in a car, they have the right to run you over. If your life is in danger. So, I like that. Oh my God, League of Women's Voters sure love to file lawsuits. This is like the fourth one from them? Christ. Women need to shut up. Florida's Amendment for Intimidation. In October of 2024, the Florida Department of Health threatened to bring criminal charges against local TV stations for airing an advertisement that supports Amendment 4, a proposed constitutional amendment to prohibit the Florida legislature from restricting abortion and fetal viability. So they weren't allowed to air it. Oh no, they were allowed to. It claimed it was false information regarding current state law. Okay, so yeah, overall, he seems to be very biased.
So he'll be in the description below.
Yep. Y'all can have
for
fun
your
reading
perusal.
further.
Yeah, for your perusal. What's next? What's next?
More on the CAIR in Florida.
Okay.
Their press release.
Yeah, this is from CAIR themselves. The Southern Poverty Law Center, Akil and Valentine, CAIR Legal Defense Fund, and the Muslim Legal Fund of America today won an injunction in a federal lawsuit challenging Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' blatantly unconstitutional executive order targeting CAIR, America's largest Muslim civil rights and advocacy organization, and its Florida chapter, CAIR Florida. In his ruling, the Justice, Markey Walker, said, the question before this court, we went through all this. Today's ruling is a decisive victory for the Constitution and for the principle that no governor can place themselves above the law. I am so sick of that nobody's above the law statement.
Except Nancy Pelosi.
Can we do below the law? Said Scott McCoy, Deputy Legal Director. Governor DeSantis attempted to wield the power of his office to smear a civil rights organization, silence its advocacy, and intimidate those who support it. The court rightly rejected that abuse of power. This executive order was never about public safety. It was about targeting a Muslim organization for its speech and its advocacy. The court's ruling makes clear that the Constitution does not allow elected officials to punish organizations or individuals simply because they disagree with their views. In a joint statement, CAIR's litigation director and general counsel Lena Masri and CAIR Florida Executive Director Heba Rahman said, we welcome the court's decision to block any enforcement of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' unconstitutional proclamation targeting our civil rights organization and our supporters. As we said when Governor DeSantis first issued his lawless proclamation, no governor has the right to violate the Constitution by unilaterally declaring an American organization whose speech he dislikes a terrorist group and then punish them and their supporters all without due process. What cracks me up is now they want the Constitution to work for them.
Yeah.
Any other time, it's get rid of the Constitution. It's outdated, it's antiquated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, here's the get, without due process. They would have to prove these people are a terrorist organization, which isn't hard. It's really not hard at all. And then take it before a court and say, here's the proof right there.
Right.
How do you refute it? Racism, bigotry, Islamophobia. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. The right to free speech is one of the Constitution's most fundamental guarantees. CAIR and CAIR Florida will, God willing, continue to stand as a shield for the American Muslim community and defend free speech, religious freedom, and due process for everyone in our nation.
Hold on. Why does it say God willing and not Allah willing?
They probably said it and they took it out. Whoever
technically, God and Allah are supposed to be the same people, same person, but I mean, they always say Allah. They never say God.
Right. Perhaps it was a white person saying it. I don't know. The National Executive Director, Nahid Awad, said on behalf of the entire CAIR network, we thank our co-counsel, our partners, and our community for standing with us as we confronted and defeated Ron DeSantis' attack on our civil rights organization, amid widespread attempts by politicians to undermine our democracy, including attacks on free speech, religious freedom, immigrant rights, and due process. This federal court ruling serves as a reminder that the Constitution still matters.
When it benefits you.
Uh-huh. We encourage all of our supporters inside and outside the American Muslim community to support the work of CAIR and CAIR Florida today. Your support empowers us to stand as a shield, protecting our community and our neighbors from the arrows of discrimination and hate. It talks about the lawsuit. If you want to scroll.
It's just really reiterating the same crap before.
There you go. Exactly.
And yes, I know, Vitalapai, Allah is supposed to have two right hands. God doesn't. But if you listen to the nonsense they spew to win former Christians or people who are rebelling against Christianity because their parents pushed them into it or whatever, they don't like to mention that. They say it's the same God as Abraham and Isaac and all that. I've heard the spew, and I've heard it, actual Muslims explain it to me, ones I actually trusted versus ones who were just trying to gloss it over and sugarcoat this shit. So, yeah, I know there's a difference. I was just using it as an example of the way they're trying to win into our country and make it sound like it's all part of the three Abrahamic religions that they claim are there, but it's actually two, so we'll leave it there. Otherwise, we're going to end up in a long comparative religions conversation, and I just need to shut up.
Right. All right. Well, it's after 9 o'clock. You want to call it?
Yeah, we can give it a call for the day. I am struggling to breathe again, even though I took albuterol. So let me update the show notes.
So we will not be live tomorrow. It's our break day, which we both desperately need. And we will return on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for joining Rex Sisters. Please don't forget to like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe. Have others feel the pain that you're feeling when you listen to us.
I don't think they're feeling pain. I think they are laughing more than anything.
And do not, if you haven't done so already, join the Discord as well.
Yes, Discord can be quite fun. Thank you, JJ. He's praying for us.
We need it, JJ. Trust me, we need it.
Oh, God. So I'll end with the usual stay safe, stay sane, stay sober. I'm going to take some NyQuil when this migraine medicine wears off because I can't overdose on the Tylenol with my liver. But, yeah, that's the plan.
All righty then. Everybody have a good night.
Thank you, JJ, for the repost.